So, welcome back to a weekly recap video. As always, this one will be the longest of the week because I will show everything. And as always, I'm using this fractal method. This time I made an English version and a German video to explain this step by step. You can find it in the playlists. The only thing, I couldn't find a way to make a link in here. I can only link it at the end of the video. I will try to change that, but I think YouTube isn't giving that options anymore. So I will link it at the end of the video, or you just search for the fractal method video. Okay, then let's jump into SPY first. So what did we do? The thing is, Friday was kinda interesting, but at the same time, not really. We are still doing the spring. It seems like that we already might, I think we had a little chance to break out this Friday, but at the end, it's still the fucking spring. So, as usual, this time always only the bullish and the bearish way, and still it doesn't matter which way we go. I'm not taking the price for it because it's still a 50-50. I'm leaning more to the bullish one, but a prediction of it could go up or it could go down is a stupid prediction in my opinion. So, for the bullish version, yeah, we still, we did a little gap up on Friday, but we also filled it again. So I'm still the opinion there's a good chance that next week we should go up. And again, the stupid part is, if we gap up, we are still looking for our middle A, at the same time little c. And to say this, we shouldn't really fall under this wedge again. And that means the A is always doing a 0.5 pullback. So, as stupid as it looks, it should be something 700-ish. We should gap up or run something like that. That would be then your A, and at the same time your little C. And then you get the pullback here. And then you're doing a B. As always, let's try to confirm that move. If you look at VIX, we did a new low on Friday, but the same like SPY, it's doing a spring. For the bullish version, but it's doing a spring in the negative way. And that would mean next week you should gap down. The only thing is, because we're already so low in VIX, I don't think you will see something like this. You could see a strong move downside, but I don't think a massive one, because down here already small moves to the downside can be a strong move to the upside for SPY. And then maybe even something under 14-12-ish. And then we will just do hello, and then we go. But in my opinion, we won't break this trend line again. And that would be the pullback of 700. Bitcoin also, today is Sunday. We might already see the uptrend for short. for bullish and not crypto is already dead and topped out, that would mean we are finished. We did our CLMTV, this whole thing, V and A, yeah, V and A, this whole thing is just a higher low. We already did our A with this stupid candle here, and the 0.5 pullback is also finished. So in that case, this could be already higher low, and because of Sunday and crypto getting the biggest move Sunday most of the time, you could run up, which would also make sense with market running next week. And the next thing is Tesla. For the bullish version, this pullback is done. This pullback was just this. So the B pullback is done. And this is only the small B, because here is your big A. So your next move should at least get you over 488. And with this outbreak, I can't really be bearish on Tesla right now. So yeah, that would be the bullish version. The bearish alternative, which I still can't cut out, would mean that this now was your A and your C. And the next thing you would do is a pullback to 668. Just a 0.5 pullback here, high low. And then you go. The only problem I really have with this all is we are just too high. We are higher than T. We are higher than M. For me, this wouldn't really make sense. So how can we confirm it? Let's look on VIX. The only problem I have here is really that for VIX, I could easily see it. Because this is your T. We made now a new low. So it makes really sense that this is your V. You're only needing a higher low and then you go. For VIX, I can draw it. I really can draw it. For Bitcoin, the bearish version, not really. The only thing you could do is going not to the 0.5. You could go to the 0.618 here. I mean, that's 2%. So yeah, if you get a flash crash, then you go down here, higher low, and then you go. So yeah, there's a possibility for Bitcoin also. But for Tesla, you would have to say that this is your M. And then you really should hard drop down here. And to explain this M is only finished if you drop under this level here. And then you would go up again, T, and then you would go down. Possible? Yes. Looking normal? No. And to say this, if you break this level here, if you break 467, this version is gone. Because then you're just absolutely gone. So let's see. Let's see what the market is giving us next week. As I said, the next prediction I will take prices for is after this. But because if we go here, we can track it again. If we go here, we can track it again. For me, this here is just a big fucking spring. And it's already taking a week. We should solve it now. Okay, then let's jump to the normal stocks. Highcraft mining beyond bad path and beyond, I already showed in the meme video, so I won't repeat that for the weekly recap video. So let's jump into Unity, which had a nice uptrend last week. So here our bullish tracking. For beyond, we already finished the first fractal. We already did a iron in the A pullback right now. I already tried to make an alternative here, but right now I just can't see one. For me, this is still A. And for me, we are still in the A pullback. We went very high last week. And we nearly broke the last high. If we would have broken that, then I would really have to do something. Because if you had broken that, this couldn't be a lower high. Right now, that we really rejected here, in my opinion, it's still valid that this was our lower high. So, the next move, still, to confirm this L, we have to fall under this line here. Then only the L is finished. So maybe we don't really have an example for this here. Maybe this really takes longer. Could be. Because if you have to drop under this, then you have come up again. This would be your M, down, up again. This is your T. And then you fall here. Could take time. But right now, I still want to see the A pullback. Still. And our target is still 24 and 22 for our 0.5 or our V&A bounce. If we really break this, then I have to make it new. Right now, it's still in a really, really big A pullback. And whenever this pullback is finished, your next target for B is 108. So, looks, just wait. This could be a perfect entry for put, but I would still wait for confirmation. Okay, next one, NEO. So, first of all, the overview. Here is our overview. For the big macro tracking, we finished B. We are in the run to our big C. For the micro tracking, we are in the A pullback. Here, we had our V, higher low, and this is our big A, ending in the higher shoulder. And for me, this little run in November now is clearly T. We are at the 0.5 right now. So there is a case that this could be the bounce. If we are not falling under this again, okay, so you still would need higher low. In that case, I would imagine that we will gap fill this. So you would come down here and bounce here and go. But to say this, I still think we need our V&A because we already did that in 2020. There is a case that we bounce here. So for levels, everything over T, over 628, and there is no pullback, no alternative anymore. Otherwise, you will go down here, make a breakout retest, higher low, and then you go. And as I'm always saying, if you look at this movement here, you just look back to 2020, you just did the same. Yeah, V, high, low, A, head and shoulders, V and A. And I would still imagine that we are here. Just a little bounce before we get our knife to V and A. But after that, as I'm always saying, this is our next movement. And this should bring us for the first target to $16. Still looks good. Okay. Next one. Open. So here our bullish tracking. We nearly at the end already because we already did our CLMT, V, higher low. We already did our big A, big B, and right now we are in the B pullback, which is absolutely taking forever. I mean, this bullshit here, you could really compare it to the same spring bullshit like SPY. Just saying. And the main problem is nothing is changing. I still can't confirm if we are now in the bullish way or we still need a pullback. So for the bullish part, we are finished. CLMT, V. This whole thing would be your higher low. And you would be already in the breakout, in the run to little a, and in the big theme, in the run to your big C, wherever it is. If not, then, as I'm always showing, you would just doing this right now. And that would still mean you have to go under this line, and then you bounce. Or, if this was your T, you still have to come down to your 0.5, and then you go. And that's the shit right now, because I can't confirm it. Right now, I can't confirm it. The only thing I can say, if you go over $9, the pullback is done. At the same time, I could say, yeah, if you break under 574, we're going down. It's also a stupid prediction. So for me right now, it's just waiting. Yeah. If you break upside, perfect. If you're really coming down, then this here is your first entry phase, and something here would be the second entry phase. Otherwise, hands off. Because this thing could easily take at least some more weeks. Wait for confirmation. Okay. Next one. Plug. The bullish and the bearish. So for the bullish version, here's our bullish version. We already have finished high low and are in the run to our big A. For the micro tracking, we are in the A pullback. But for the micro tracking, the A pullback is already done. And it looks good. Because this could be maybe already a higher low, or you still have to do it. That will mean you have here V. This is your 0.5. We fall a little bit under it, but it's okay. You might have to come down here again, but you should not break the uptrend here. So you shouldn't fall under 190, and then you go. Your next target is 31. If you break down here again, you still have a last chance at $1 for the V under A. And then you go. But I really wouldn't like to see that, because then the alternative, the bearish one, would really, really could go into effect that this last peak we had wasn't your A, it was your T. and then you still have to do new lows. And this could take time. Okay, next one. FCEL. Here's our bullish chart. Ta-da. For the overview, the fractal is finished, and we are already in the run for our second fractal. And for the micro tracking, I mean, it couldn't be better. Everything is perfectly playing out. For the micro tracking, we did our V&A. Perfect. We finished our big high low. Perfect. We went to our big A. Perfect. And we finished it. Clearly to see. We finished it. V&A for the micro tracking is finished. High low is finished. And now we run. For the micro tracking, we right now are in little a, so you could see a little pullback here. 0.5 that would be $7. Let's see if we get that. I just don't think so, because every time we are in this A's, it's not really a 0.5. Okay, here it was. But for the move we are expecting, we are right now, if you look at 2019, we are right now in this candle here. And this here, was this a 0.5? No. So I don't think we get the 0.5 for A. Just because it's micro tracking right now. You could, then it would be a perfect entry if we do that. Otherwise, it's just up. And if we compare it to 2019, the only point I would say we could get a bigger pullback is around here. Is around $12. There you can get a little pullback. But after that, your next target is 165 for B. That's it. Because we already did our big A. In the chat has to be, there shouldn't be big pullbacks. And where do I have this from? It's just, again, from 2019. And here is your little pullback. This one here. This would be a little pullback. But after that, you get a gap up. And just a run to your B target. This thing only shows fractals are perfectly working. Because who would have thought? Who could say, here, V&A, yay, we go. Do we even have news for that? No. Not really. Let me feel if I click on this. So, yeah, technical factors. They're extremely volatile, blah, blah. No will, they invented something. So, let's see. But right now, in my opinion, our next target is 165. Will be interesting. Okay. Next one, BLNK. Also only one chart. The bullish version. For this, we are already in our third fractal, because this is the first, this is the second. Sorry, we would be in the third one right now. So, for the micro tracking, like FCEL a few weeks ago, we are in the A pullback. And I said last week, there is a possibility that we bounce on the 0.5. But that I also believe, like FCEL, that we need the V&A. Well, I think we can now cut the 0.5. We made a new low, and as I said, we will go to the V&A in my opinion, which is at $1. There you will get, I don't know, whatever news we get then, we will do a high low. And after that, like usual, we are ready to go. And what are we expecting then? We are expecting this move. We go down, doing a high low, get a run, something over 133, and then we gap. And this is the move we're expecting then. And our overall price target for only B is 26. Where do I get it? Same. It's again from 2020, and we would right now be in this pullback here. This pullback here, and this is what's coming next. Let's see if the fractal is working here again. Okay. Next one, C3EI. As always, two versions. You can take mine, or you just take the symmetry play where you halve the stock, take this bus pattern, flip it to the side, and read it from right to left. In that case, let's see where we are. Yeah, in that case, in my opinion, we would be right here. In this candle, we should get now a little pullback, then a high, one last pullback before you go. This would then look something like this ish. Yeah. For my method, yeah, we finished everything. We did our CLMT, our V&A, and this would right now just be a high low. So you would come down, come up, come down again. In that case, you would even make a lower low, and then you go. And this whole thing here would just be the big high low. It's just the same movement like here. This whole thing is high low. You just have to read it from right to left. And then you go. After that, your next target for A for A is $30 and for B 36. And then the only question is, are you breaking all-time highs or are you rejecting it? Okay, so next one. So here our bullish chart for grab. We also finished the first fractal already. We already did our high low, and we already did our A peak. And as boring as it is, we are not finished yet. This is our little C peak. Here's our lower peak. You come down, finish the lower peak. This is your M. You finished the M, and this really, in my opinion, is your T right now. So you still have to do your V&A. And then higher low, and then you have your next chance to go. Yeah. So you still have to come down to 449, and let's see how long this takes. Your next target will be that 10. I always said, I don't know if you really can make money with this right now, but just for the study, I will track it further. Okay, next one, SAVA. This time the long explanation. Why are we tracking this? We are tracking this just because if you look, it's always doing the gap downs, doing bullshit, and then it always fills these gaps. And these gap fills are always Friday after hours, Friday pre-market, or other way around, and Monday pre-market. So Friday wasn't something, next chance Monday. And for the normal tracking, for the bullish one, we are finished. V, high, low, A, B, C, LMT, gap down to a perfect V and A. And right now, we are doing the high, low. And the gap we want to fill is here. Here till $25. So for the micro tracking, the bullish, bearish, and the bearish version. So we did on, when was that? On Wednesday, this massive candle down. So for the bullish version, this candle here could finished it, because this could have finished the T. And that would mean somewhere in here or now is already your higher low. So for a really perfect higher low, you would still have to come down here, break out, and you go. There's still an absolute case to go down. The thing is, if you look at regular hours, you still have a gap here. We went into it, but we didn't fill it. And to be absolutely fair, this here is just a V of under A of this, not of the higher low. So, and it's also not, it's near the 0.5, here's a 0.5. So yeah, I could say this is enough, but if it's still coming down, you still have a chance to go here, 0.5, bounce, higher low, and then you go. Then it's not this Monday, I can tell you that. Or you need the full thing. You need the V under A of this whole higher low, which makes sense, because the higher low normally is doing that. Then you get a higher low. Even with this could still be this here. But we're getting close to it that it's maybe not this year anymore. But we can only track it. Let's see what happens. The really bearish order, yeah, would be that we still have to do a new low. Then we're doing this over months, and then I would say March to April we get the next chance. Why? Because we would just repeat this version here. It looks different because we didn't went up to $565 and didn't really knife down, but it's still a case. But then it's a 100% risk play, as I said from the beginning. But if we're doing that, we're getting a new all-time low, and then we just track this and wait till we are here again. Then it gets interesting. This should still be early next year. Then maybe not January, I say that absolutely clearly, but something between February and April. And if you're really doing that, the contracts will be worth nothing again. So if we're really doing this all-time low, no financial advice, but if you do that, buy leaps. Buy leaps, and you're ready to go. Okay? Good. Next one. GNS. Here our bullish chart for GNS. We already finished the first fractal, as FCEL, as BLNK, as NEO. Here in the A pullback, in the big one. And our price targets are here. And as always, we won't, in my opinion, we won't do something like this, because GNS is always doing that. So for the micro tracking for GNS, here's our big A, here's our little C, lower high, midpoint. And for the bullish version, this is our T. this is our V and A, and right now we are doing just a big higher low. And for this, here's our 0.5. We are ready for this a little bit too low for the 0.5, but okay. More important is, where's our tiny a? Because if this is your V, then this is your higher low, and that would mean this is your little c, this is your little b, and your little a is this. So this here, this line would be your V and A, and this is just nothing. That's only 1%. So that's why I'm saying you might be already finished, because this could be just a bounce from the 0.5, but it's only 1% to do the V and A. And then you go. That would be the bullish version. So in all, if this is just a higher low after a pullback, it is nearly finished or already finished. And for the alternative, there's only one for me, and that would mean that this isn't your A, then this is your A, and you would still be in the A pullback. This would be your T, and you still have to come down here, higher, low, and go. So something under 47. The only problem I have with this, if you watched my fractal video, the pullback of B, you take from the bottom of A 0.5 to get the bottom of B. If you're taking it from here, it's a perfect 0.5 pullback. If you move your A here, it's not a perfect 0.5 pullback anymore. So I still think this is your A, and I still think we are nearly finished. If we really fall on it, okay, so be it. But then your target is 47, and then you go. If you break under 34, well, then this place is gone. Okay, then it will delist or whatever, and it's over. I could just imagine that we, for the bullish part, if we bounce here, that we get in the next weeks, suddenly the news that the lawsuit was perfect, they're getting whatever millions and a SEC filing or whatever, and this will send the stock. Let's see. Okay, next one, FFAI. So for FFAI, the same like GNS, here's our bullish chart. We also finished the whole fractal. The only thing, we already did our V and A, and we are in the higher low right now. And our price targets, my price targets, nothing over 150, not without a forward split. But this, so something between 30 and 100 is absolutely possible. For the micro tracking, we finished the high low, because this is finished. We have our V, our high low, your little A, your little B, your little C, your little lower high, your little M, your little T. Here is no, the A could be somewhere different on a different place. No, this is your V and the A, and the only thing you are doing right now is finishing your higher low. And for this, you could easily say, this is your higher low. And it's finished. And that would mean anytime we can go up. I really don't have an alternative here right now anymore. The only alternative is we breaking under 87 cents, and this is also like GNS done and that. But otherwise, I mean, okay, you could go sideways, but there is no case for me that we still have to come down here. Sideways and up, or just up. But if you go down, this stock is done, which it's not looking like. So it looks bullish. And for normal price targets, your next target is A at 450. If we're doing it correctly, you would do a pullback and then you go to 11 for your B and then you go. But again, it never did that in the past. Every time it's doing a V, higher, low, and just runs. V, higher, low, and just runs. So it would be surprising if it's suddenly going slow. But let's see. Okay. And last one. Bull. So here our bull chart. And also this is starting to get a little bit interesting. We also finished everything. A, B, C, L, and T. V under A. And we would right now do the higher low. Only thing is, we have a gap here. And it didn't really finish the higher low. No, we didn't. So for this, I still think we will have to go down here. This 0.5 would even fill this gap. And if you do that, this is your entry point, something between 872 and 858. And your bullish breakout would be something over 12, but your next overall target is 18 for the A, and then 33 for your B. But the point that I want to make is we did a gap here, and we didn't do a higher low. I really think we will fill this. Okay. Did I forget anything? I don't think so. One last thing. I know I already showed that in the meme video, but high-cost mining. Because AMC sold their shares. I mean, I don't know why. Because it's just stupid right now. Because I'm still tracking it to $31. But the interesting part is they only sold their shares. And I think not even all of them. But they are still holding the warrants. So they are not completely out of this shit. So I still think that they will convert the warrants, selling the warrant, whatever, at this point. Yeah? Because I'm still tracking it to go to 30, and then we get the 0.5 pullback, and then we go. Yeah? Just saying, I would have expected this news with selling and getting out of it here. As always, yeah, too early. But this thing just tracks still perfectly. Yeah. If you're more interested in the full tracking, just watch the weekly the meme video. But still looks perfect. Okay. So as always, if you have questions, you can write it into my comments. If you have wishes for other stocks, the same. And if you liked it, leave a like. Let's see what next week brings us. So, see ya.